Well, I'll come down to Colby to join Jimmy Whittle, who we last talked to was making Channel 4 very excitable about doing a house up. Remember that one?
Yeah, oh, the Restoration Man one.
The Restoration Man.
Yeah.
We did an interview then, everyone else jumped on you, you were all over the media, everywhere. That was a fun time.
Yeah, it was good for a giggle. It's definitely good for a giggle.
Well, you're back for more, and it's quite a long story, so bear with us on this one. You're building a boat out of beer cans.
Yeah.
And you're doing this for a reason which we'll come to in a second. But this is obviously you're modelling it around a boat. I see.
Yeah, well, you got to take a mould. I mean, I could make one, but like, what's the point when I could just borrow one? You know, it shaves the time down by 15, 20 hours.
This is each can is full of foam.
Yeah.
The boat will then move off, and then as I say you'll be left with this.
Yeah. Well,
metal
I'm going to construct the two sides. Because when I construct the sides, it means that I can still make it longer and I can still make it thinner. But after that point, after I start joining the bow, stern and base, that's when I'm committed to what the shape is. Now, it's the first boat I've ever built. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm making one out of beer tins.
I know documentary's been made about this. With Dave Armstrong saying.
Yeah, we're doing one about it because, well, let's face it, it is a little bit nutty, isn't it? I don't think anyone ever thought, oh, I'll make a boat out of beer tins.
Okay, you're a fun guy, but you have demons, and this is what we're coming to on the reason you're doing this.
Yeah,
it's been quite a long haul for you. So you okay to talk about it?
Yeah, no, it's cool, man. It's cool. With alcohol, I've definitely because I lost my partner to it maybe 6 years now, but for some reason I went the same way. Like I was, well, I'm not saying the same way. She wasn't a very heavy drinker. It was just unfortunate that it could attack her a little bit easier than it does most. But yeah, so I lost her to it, and then I hit the bottle, and I struggled with it a lot. Even all through Restoration Man, I was definitely quite a heavy drinker, and I've been hospitalised because of it, and now I'm like 100% clean, free and sober from it. Like free, that's the interesting word, is free from it.
And all these cans actually are your cans, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much every one of them I've drank.
So it was beer was your thing, and it doesn't matter, just any old alcohol? Handy?
Pretty much. I mean, I was a little bit more of a scrumpy man, and I used to tip vodka in it as well. So if you take something that's already 8.2%, 500ml, 4.1 units per bottle, and then tip some vodka on top of it, that's a pretty potent drink, and I'd stick 8 or 10 of them back. So it's...
Right, a fair bit.
Yeah, and it's a ridiculous amount, and then when I hit the vodka, I hit it really hard, like bonkers hard.
Okay. You doing this talk to raise awareness. I know
that's
the whole thing to do this thing. I mean,
yeah, it is all about awareness. I mean, a lot of people don't have a problem with drinking, but you'd be surprised what is medically diagnosable as a problem drinker. So I got glue and all sorts. I'm covered in it. Yeah, I believe binge drinking is 3 pints and above. Like 3 pints, you know, you're rocking 6.3 units, and then all of a sudden you're a binge drinker.
Right.
But it is becoming more cool to be teetotal. That's interesting. Drinking figures have stayed the same with 65s and above, and then in the age group of 30 to 40s, it's beginning to fall, and teenagers heading through into 20s, it's beginning to fall. Like it's no longer quite as cool to go out and get absolutely ratted all the time.
You're an alcoholic, therefore.
But
listen, my point. I mean, is it one of the things you always have to say? I might be tempted, or you could fall off the wagon, or all these sort of things.
Yeah, I'd say, because a lot of people say once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic.
Is that wrong to say that then?
It's a bit pigeonholing, if I'm honest. Because I've had drinks before, and as far as I'm concerned, it's more of a victory to prod that sleeping lion, and if it doesn't wake, then you've won. But if you prod the sleeping lion, all of a sudden you're gone on a 2-week bender, and no one knows where you are or what's gone on. Then yeah, that's when it's serious.
Yeah. Did you know when you crossed the line, though? Did you know yourself when?
Oh yeah. Like when it comes to it's only you got to admit it to be able to combat it. I'd admitted it for years, but it's still a problem, and it's still like it's the hard habits to break, and like without focus, that's one that can really do you in. Is if you don't have focus on something, if you don't have something you want, if you don't have a reason to get up, then you can find the bottom of a bottle really quickly and dead easy.
And your sort of the biggest moment was when you were literally found unconscious when you by friends. You were just an absolute. Well, you had to go to the hospital, didn't you? Very quickly.
Yeah, face down. I mean, I actually I got removed by the Isle of Man Constabulary from my own house because it had reached a bad stage. You know, friends had come round. You know, things had escalated into violence, and then you know a few of them left. There's 3 of them come down to rescue me as such, and 2 of them disappeared, and left the other one with no other option but to phone the police and ambulance. So they had to take me out of the house as if it was a threat. Yeah. So you know, you can see these marks and stuff. Yeah, all from the constabulary. But realistically, I've got to say thank you to them. It's sensitive policing as far as I'm concerned. And
if it wasn't for your build, because you're a big guy, it could have easily seen you off. I mean, you could have had that much alcohol in your system to kill you.
Well, when I was honest with the doctors when I went in, yeah, very much so. It was serious. I mean, I was putting away up to 4 bottles of vodka in a 24-hour given period. That's when you wake, blackout, wake, drink, blackout, wake, drink, blackout. And to do that much, that's in the region of 90 to 100 units, so anywhere between 80 and 100 units. In 24 hours, that's when you're completely and totally debilitated, waking up in seas of puke and stuff that's broken. It's bad times. Okay,
well, you're doing this to obviously other people out there watching this will be probably can be in the same situation. What made you turn it round?
The need to stand up and strap on a pair, if I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, I can't have it kill me because I'm stronger than that. And it does kill an awful lot of people. And don't think to yourself by any means, oh well, I don't drink 4 bottles of vodka in a 24-hour period, so I'll be fine. You know, I only drink 1 in an evening, or I only drink half, or I'm only on a quarter. There's not the scale of where you are as an alcoholic. You got to think how much food you've had, what size you are, how your liver actually handles it. Do you come out with little blemishes and bits and pieces of marks on your skin? Because everybody reacts to it differently. At the end of the day, it's just another drug, and a lot of people react to it really quite badly. But you don't really notice it because it's just what happens. It's just what you do. It's society. You're a lightweight.
And of course, I interviewed last time. I had no idea you were even drinking. I think you might be at that stage. I don't know. But yeah, quite often probably. You can disguise it quite well.
Oh yeah. Like when you're a seasoned drinker. A lot of people who'll know, people who drink, they will be able to testify that, I wouldn't even really know, because like when you are a full-on alkie, you're very good at hiding it. Right. You know, there was Meg Ryan and some other geezer in When a Man Loves a Woman. That was an interesting movie. It's a kind of just pulls on your heartstrings a little bit to make you think that like this woman was literally stashing bottles of vodka in between towels because she was a drinker. And I know plenty of people like it.
Right. Well, as the media loves you, you're going to get lots of attention. Besides your documentary, I know you're going to...
It's not the best attention in the world to say, hey, I'm an absolute crackerjack, but I mean...
I think it's going to be big on TV once, you know...
when it comes about. But I mean, I think it is important for me to say that I was an absolute hammerhead, and probably will be combating a lot of these urges for quite some time. I mean, it doesn't mean I can't just have a pint every now and again, but
really,
yeah.
Okay.
I see everyone gets that. Everyone gets that. It's like, hang on a minute. If you sniff a lager, you might try and beat up a shield of field of sheep. See, I've already had a few. That's it. Just the thought of it. And I'm already hammered.
Okay. But it's a stereotypes, and you're breaking that because that's what we think. I say, I think because that's what people say. You can't drink at all.
It's like,
so many days sober, all that sort of thing. But
I mean, I am currently on a counting days sober, not because I'm counting each and every single day. I don't drink because I don't want to drink. Right. If for some reason I decide that I want to drink, I'll have one, and I'll probably just think to myself, do you know what? I prefer the taste of an ice-cold iced Coke with a bit of lemon in it, because... There is that alky in me that says, well, what's the point in drinking if you're only going to drink one? Well, just hammer it. Come on, let's get on it.
But they say Coke's bad for you as well, though. I mean, that's another thing.
We're not doing lines of it. I'm drinking out of a glass, sweetheart.
Like everything's bad for you, but everything in...
Yeah, everything. St. Paul once said, everything in moderation. Right. So if you can keep it moderated, then it's fine. We're
going to follow you on this, because tell us about what you're going to do with this boat.
It's going to be an interesting journey.
We haven't even got to this part yet. What are you going to do with it?
What am I going to do with it? The idea, I don't believe anybody's ever rowed the channel in a boat made of beer tins.
Right.
So I thought, well, come on, there's a first. And it's stupid, I'm telling you, and it's really hard work.
To make
making a boat out of beer tins.
And to make it totally waterproof, yeah.
Yeah, waterproof, unbelievably buoyant. I've got a bet going with one of the lasses on the production staff. She says, will it hold your weight? I'm like, yeah, it'll hold my weight. I'll have a bet with you for not a beer, but ice cream and a pop that it'll hold 6 of my friends. So all 6 of us will climb in there, and I'm going to start loading people in there until we eventually capsize. Let's have a laugh.
When are you actually taking this to see for your
sea trials?
Well, actually for your event, when are you going to do it?
The event's going to go off August, September, depending on weather windows, depending on like fitness-wise. I'm not long out of hospital, and I was on a Zimmer frame, so I've got a lot of.
Zimmer frame?
Well, there's my Zimmer frame.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I literally couldn't walk, failing organs, all kind of messed up. Like I was bad, so I've had to go from strength to strength to strength. And let's face it, it's not a short distance. It's not the longest in the world, but it's not short. So, and to do it after being so knackered, I've really got to put gym time in, diet. Like I've got to do everything correct.
Right, but we'll come back and talk to you a lot more. I know the reason you're talking to me today is because it's a bit of a plug that you're going to be down at Bushies with this in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah, we want people to come down to Bushies. We want money. When I say we, I want money because I've got no money to like make it. All of this lot's on the Never Never credit card because we couldn't get sponsors. Thanks for not jumping on board yet. You will do.
Well, how do people get hold of you?
They can get a hold of us. Oh, you're saying, yeah. You see, this is the other bit. Is some of the other production staff haven't yet put together the Just Giving page or this and the other. I imagine all of it's going to become quite apparent when we get down Bushies.
Bushies, I can say. Come along to Bushies this week from Thursday, Friday, something.
Yeah, around Thursday, Friday, we'll roll down there with a completely unfinished boat because we don't have the money to finish it yet. I'm hoping you guys can come along and chuck us 10, 20, 30, 50 quid here or there. And we want to try and get the money together to finish the build, the money for travel time down there.
Is that ironic, by the way, it's in a pub? You know,
yeah, how ironic. How ironic, yeah. Doing a sensible drink awareness message in the busiest pub on the Isle of Man.
Okay, Jimmy, listen, mate, put it there because I've got covered in glue now.
Yeah, no, that's all right. It's my soft hand.
A story that has to be told, I think, and it helps just one person, as they say. You know, it's something, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd like it to help a lot more than that. Obviously, but yeah, if it just brings one more person back out of the bottle and off to do their own thing, then it's another life saved because it's dead easy to give it to the bottle, man. Dead easy.